People seldom refuse help if one offers it in the right way. Very often a change of self is needed, more than a change of scene. Knowing what you cannot do is more important than knowing what you can do. In fact, that's good taste. The worst sorrows in life are not in its losses and misfortunes, but its fears. All the best stories are but one story in reality, the story of escape. It is the only thing which interests us, all and at all times, how to escape. When you get to my age, life seems little more than one long march to and from the lavatory. I'm sure it is one's duty as a teacher to try to show boys that no opinions, no tastes, no emotions are worth much unless they are one's own. I suffered acutely as a boy from the lack of being shown this. As I make my slow pilgrimage through the world, a certain sense of beautiful mystery seems to gather and grow. One's mind has a way of making itself up in the background, and it suddenly becomes clear what one means to do. Ambition often puts men upon doing the meanest offices, so climbing is performed in the same position with creeping. I read the newspaper avidly. It is my one form of continuous fiction. A well begun is half ended. Man, an animal that makes bargains. Readjusting is a painful process, but most of us need it at one time or another. Because of a friend, life is a little stronger, fuller, more gracious thing for the friend's existence, whether he be near or far. If the friend is close at hand, that is best. But if he is far away, he still is there to think of, to wonder about, to hear from, to write to share life and experience with, to serve, to honor, to admire, to love. People who deal with life generously and large-heartedly go on multiplying relationships to the end. Keeping up appearances is the most expensive thing in the world. The moment that any life, however good, stifles you, you may be sure it isn't your real life. The joy of all mysteries is the certainty which comes from their contemplation, that there are many doors yet for the soul to open on her upward and inward way. I believe in instinct, not reason. When reason is right, 9 times out of 10 it is impotent, and when it prevails, 9 times out of 10 it is wrong. I don't like authority. At least I don't like other people's authority. I think I feel rather differently about sympathy to what seems the normal view. I like just to feel it is there, but not always expressed. The friend is the person whom one is in need of and by whom one is needed. It is often wonderful how putting down on paper a clear statement of a case helps one to see, not perhaps the way out, but the way in. Congenial labor is the secret of happiness. I expect that all of us get pretty much what we deserve of appreciation. There remain times when one can only endure. One lives on, one doesn't die, and the only thing that one can do is to fill one's mind and time as far as possible with the concerns of other people. It doesn't bring immediate peace, but it brings the dawn nearer. A diary need not be a dreary chronicle of one's movements. It should aim rather at giving salient account of some particular episode, a walk, a conversation. One's mind has a way of making itself up in the background, and it suddenly becomes clear what one means to do. The test of a good letter is a very simple one. If one seems to hear the other person talking as one reads, it is a good letter. Ambition often puts men upon doing the meanest offices, so climbing is performed in the same position with creeping. If this video can relate you or to around you, share it. Hope you like and enjoy.